LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith were spotted having a fraught confrontation after James' Lakers secured a dramatic overtime victory against the New York Knicks on Thursday, March 6. The intense post-game exchange sent shockwaves through the sports world, as fans and analysts alike speculated on what had triggered the heated moment. Many pointed to Smith's repeated criticism of James' eldest son, Bronny James, as the likely source of tension, and Smith himself confirmed those suspicions on Friday morning. For months, Smith has been a vocal skeptic regarding Bronny's place in the NBA, ever since the 20-year-old was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers in 2023. Bronny's journey has been anything but conventional. Despite being a solid player in high school, his college career at USC was marred by health issues and underwhelming statistics. Nevertheless, he declared for the NBA draft, a decision that fueled widespread debate among analysts, fans, and insiders. Some felt his inclusion in the draft class was premature, while others argued that his presence in the league was primarily due to his father's influence rather than his individual talent. As one of the most recognizable and outspoken voices in sports media, Stephen A. Smith did not hold back in expressing his concerns. Over the months, he has continuously questioned Bronny's skill level and whether he truly belonged in the NBA. His criticism intensified as the younger James struggled to find his footing in the league. When Bronny was eventually sent down to the Lakers' G League affiliate, it only reinforced Smith's claims that his selection was largely due to nepotism rather than merit. The New York Post reported that this was not the first time LeBron James had taken issue with Smith's commentary on his son. Sources close to the situation revealed that LeBron had previously reached out to the ESPN host privately, urging him to lay off Bronny and give the young player space to develop without relentless media scrutiny. However, Smith continued to voice his opinions, ultimately leading to the public confrontation at Madison Square Garden. During the Lakers game against the Knicks, Smith was seated courtside, watching the action unfold. The game itself was an instant classic, one that saw the Lakers overcome a double-digit deficit in the fourth quarter before sealing the win in overtime. LeBron, even at 40 years old, delivered a masterclass performance, showcasing why he remains one of the greatest to ever play the game. But as the final buzzer sounded and the Lakers celebrated their victory, it was clear that James' emotions were not solely focused on the win. As LeBron made his way off the court, he suddenly turned towards Stephen A. Smith and walked straight up to him, engaging in an animated exchange that quickly grabbed the attention of onlookers. Although the exact words exchanged were inaudible in the widely circulated video, LeBron's facial expressions and body language made it clear that he was upset. His voice carried a tone of frustration and intensity, and Smith, though initially appearing surprised, responded without backing down. By the following morning, the speculation surrounding the confrontation had reached a fever pitch. On ESPN's First Take, Smith addressed the situation head-on, confirming that LeBron was indeed upset with him over his commentary on Bronny. However, Smith maintained that he did not hold any grudges against James for defending his son. "I really understood where he was coming from," Smith said during the broadcast. "He was very, very upset. I could tell. But he could have called me. I'd have come to see him. I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face-to-face, man-to-man, as opposed to being courtside at the game." Smith went on to reveal that he was unaware of how much attention their confrontation had garnered until he woke up Friday morning. He admitted that the situation had become much bigger than he anticipated but reiterated that he bore no ill will toward LeBron. "It is what it is in the end. Like I said, as a father I get it. I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. I don't have any animosity or animus towards LeBron James for this, nothing like that." Smith's response to the situation was notably measured. While he stood by his past statements regarding Bronny's NBA status, he also empathized with LeBron's perspective as a father. "If I was in his position, I can't definitively say I would not have done the same thing. I'm not blaming him one bit. I understand it. And there's a part of me that aches and hurts because of it," Smith said, acknowledging the emotional complexity of the situation. However, he also made it clear that his job as a sports analyst requires him to provide honest assessments, even if they are unpopular. Unlike a whole bunch of people with their podcasts and beyond that talk about the NBA, I cover the NBA. And it's my job to talk about the subjects and the subject matters that matter. This latest chapter in the long and often contentious history between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith only highlights the ongoing debate about the intersection of family, legacy, and professional critique in sports. Over the years, LeBron has faced intense scrutiny and criticism from the media, but the situation with Bronny presents an entirely different challenge. As a father, his instinct is to protect his son, but as one of the most famous athletes in the world, he must also navigate the reality that Bronny's every move will be analyzed and debated. On the other hand, Smith has built his career on being unapologetically candid. His critiques, while sometimes harsh, are a reflection of how he views the state of the game. However, this situation demonstrates that when media personalities criticize athletes, especially young ones, there are real human emotions and family dynamics involved that go beyond the realm of statistics and game analysis. As the dust settles on this high-profile confrontation, one question remains. Will this be the turning point for Bronny's career, inspiring him to silence the doubters, or will it only intensify the scrutiny he faces? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this story is far from over. LeBron's unwavering support for his son showcases a deeper narrative about the struggles of young athletes growing up in the shadow of legends. Pressure on Bronny to succeed isn't just coming from external voices like Smith, it's an internal battle as well. He's living under the immense expectations that come with being LeBron James' son, and every missed shot, every game, and every performance is dissected under a microscope unlike any other. The NBA has seen second-generation players before, but rarely has one been scrutinized so intensely before even establishing himself in the league. For Bronny, this season is about proving himself beyond the name on his jersey. It's about carving out his own identity, whether that means embracing the comparisons to his father or shattering them completely. Criticism from Stephen A. Smith and others may be harsh, but it also presents an opportunity for Bronny to rise above it. If he can take these critiques and use them as fuel to elevate his game, he can change the narrative on his own terms. And for LeBron, that might be the most rewarding outcome of all. To see his son succeed not just because of his legacy, but because of his own undeniable talent and determination. LeBron often talked up his son's talent in interviews and on social media leading up to the NBA draft, once musing that Bronny was better than other NBA players when he was still in high school. LeBron also made it a long-standing goal to play alongside his son in the NBA, leading many fans and insiders around the league to believe his desire had a significant influence on the Lakers drafting his son last offseason. Well guys, what are your thoughts? Do tell us. Thanks for watching.